see what's behind that door, but what is this? Oh, it's a gun, right?
Now this thing's dangerous.
I did that already. Alright. Let's do this. I got shiny from Moana stuck in my head. Shiny. Need some serious armor. Make your selection. Alright, you are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. Whoops. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each of them carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. 1. Participation. You will be assigned a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and this project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week. What? And your communications with your family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family or 2 persons of your choosing will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. 2. Indefinite I mean, that's tough, dude. 80 hours a week. Ugh. Alright, hang on. What's this one? Indefinite detention. Alright. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted to contact the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. Wait, what? When Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. I stumbled into something terrible here. Medical euthanasia. Information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, a pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead offer participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you are ready to make your choice or if you have further questions. God damn. That is just terrible. Alright. I think it's been... Oh, there we go. What do we got? Audio.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. But better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Alright, so we're gonna...
If you're still nauseous.
No. The inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No. Life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
See to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted.
Standard shackles. They're not or anything, are they? Where do standard shackles go? Special items? Oh. I'm shining. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Alright. Nope. Oh boy. Bad sign. When they're giving you medicine before you walk through a door, that's a bad sign. Shit is about to go down. Here we go. Well, maybe not. Oh, whoa.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
For the rightful power! Leave before...
before.
Be it.
Focus.
Stay on the move. Ah! Losing blood. They strike at us. Take cover. Son,
What? Oh, baby. That was just dumb. Cause I'm shiny.
Saving these for the trip.
intruder! Get her!
All right.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Your fate.
Feet! Only a hit! What else you got? Got me!
Son of a... Here we go.
The sun has had its turn.
Yes, baby? What? What am I doing? Did you seriously just ask me what am I doing?
Yes.
What do you think I'm doing? What's that? Yep.
What's it called?
Horizon Zero Dawn. Look. The hero is a ginger just like you.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Got me! Hurry! What else you got? Clip me!
little better at a time.
Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
Well, before you do that, though, let's check out all the fun stuff.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. The counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
You must.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like...
Okay. I guess I don't need to hear it.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Come on.
Hey. Hey. I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not...
Daddy?
Yeah.
I need you.
For what?
I don't know.
Up, left, down, right. Let me write this down. Find out what he needs. Find out what he needs me for.
Up, left, down.
Oh, something just fell behind the desk. So, up, left, down, right, up. But everything's in reverse. Okay, so it's actually down, right, up. No. So it's down, left, down, left, up, right, down.
There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Okay. Okay, this one is left, up, left, down, right. So counterclockwise. Left, up, left, down, and right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Find out what I need?
Yes.
What?
Go to the pit bull. It's above him.
Found one. Looks intact.
He needs good pit bull. We tried to help him and get it for him, but he failed.
How did you fail?
I'm not tall enough.
Where is he? Upstairs? Upstairs?
Yes, upstairs. Upstairs.
Alright.
Upstairs.
Really?
Yes.
Alright, here's a lesson for you kids. Before you start pooping, make sure you have toilet paper. Okay? Alright. It's a life lesson for all of us. Cause I'm shiny. Counter on 1 and 2 cuss out. The mill 1. Counter on wanted to cuss out mill 1. Huh? Those are English words. What are English words? Alright, hang on a second here. Let's text the wife. 2 packages are here. Can we open? 'Cause I'm shiny. Did I get what was in there? I don't even remember what was in there.
That should do the trick.
Okay,
Let's get
so
that
this
door
one
open.
is down. Up. Left. Down. And right. No, that's not right. It's down. It was confusing. Down, left. Left. Down. Down. Left. Up. Right. What do I do? Counterclockwise. And down.
That did it.
Oh, there we go.
Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Uh-oh. Probably a boss. I'm going to have the number of eight. I'm going to set a base number of 8 for the week, gents. Who wants in on how many times Dan looks at cut? That's not Nancy. Counter on 1 or 2 cuts Elton. Oh, mother-in-law. Yes, okay. I'm shiny. I should stop singing right now. Alright. We load it up. We got whips. I don't even use that one. That thing is a bull caca. What was it I was thinking?
They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. 2nd floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
That's so interesting. Where the hell did all these guys come from?
They're still looking.
Body is that?
Whose body is that? Whose body is that? Well, I don't know. Leave it be. I'm on a problem.
That's the last of them. Or not.
Oh, particles. Call me a apostate?
Get ready for the shadow sting.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
What's up? Elo is badass. Elo is badass. Elo is badass. Resource box. Shards. Okay. Alright. There's a halo projector. Text. From Elizabeth Sobek to Margot Shen. Full steam ahead. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. Okay? You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are you. You are who you are. God, I didn't read that even remotely close. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It is time to start construction. One detail, consult with Aomidi Okilo, before you finalize the silo inventories, Haphazard's first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers. Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes, so any exotic materials needed for the tower should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth. Okay, here we go.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. You probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the
These shapes. I've seen them before. In a cauldron.
You've been inside a cauldron.
An abandoned one, yes.
So, the cauldrons... they belong to Gaia.
It would appear so. The birthing places of her machines.
Get in there.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
More eclipse.
Careful now.
Whoa.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
The winner is encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I've performed an exhaustive review of the data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even the Eternity tech that FAS was shielding a year ago or so. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too powerful, intensive over the centuries, too prone for failure, past 3 to 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold up to 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert materials which will embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as to design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries? I've never seen that word before. That will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assured you that it didn't factor in my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed proportious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. If not just ironic, but heroic. Life as a hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina. Cool story. We're terrible. Are there no stairs? No, okay. What is with the text boxes? Okay, over the past 2 months, but you know what? I get it. I got stuff to do. 2, 3, 4 guys left.
Give us a real fight.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Once more.
The highest ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces.
See if anything is left.
The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory. A falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry, and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah.
It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do.
Skylar, what?
Which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocating. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Okay. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore? Anyone who says old TT codes to Bashcore straight up lying, you know. Alright. What do we got going on here? We'll read these after the fact.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accord. To you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a collected Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
would benefit from antilopenate morphologies, though Caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good. You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
She failed. Okay, this one seems... some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenus has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart our solar system. The ship, its crew, the cargo, zygotes, and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo were all lost. Or all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Elizabeth. That's just terrible.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
What? Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Uh-oh. Oh, snap. This is an escape thing? Yeah, baby.
a more suitable death in mind for you, child. My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind.
Probably. How many people have gotten this? Probably 47, 41. Discover the truth. Okay.
As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground.
Ooh, that's cold.
No. It wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't.
His bullets.
This
collar or necklace is made of bullets.
Troubled my thoughts. Haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then cleanse Cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the East to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
The Nora have no part to play in this. Leave them alone.
Soon, they'll have no part to play in anything. That much is sure. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
I don't have time to do this little fight thing, but it looks like it's gonna be awesome. It's a long ass. 3 minutes now.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day, soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eyes of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands!
Oh, boom. This is where I'm going to start the next episode. Boom. It's right in here.
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are up on the platform.
So we'll do it next time.
Maybe I could use its strength.